All right, hi friends, Coach Cynthia here with Hilary. This is actually our first time sitting down, getting to chat with each other, so I'm looking forward to this. So as with all of these sit downs that we have, we just want to share your story because even though you've only been here not very short, but a short amount of time, it's been a very impactful time. We see your progress and change and want to highlight that and get to hear a little bit more about you and that experience. So I guess a little bit of background is, this is the only thing I know about you so far. Well, she's a high school teacher and she completed our 6-week challenge, which is a combination of some team training in our group classes and some accountability and nutrition with our awesome coach, Allie. So talk to me a little bit about, actually, I'm going to rewind a little bit. What was the reason that you decided to come into the gym and see what that was about?
So the main motivation behind that was that I needed to train for a full marathon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I knew nothing about how to better my conditioning. I've always been a big fan of weight training, but never that cardiovascular thing going on where you really have to train hard for a long period of time. So I decided to go ahead and give this a try, knowing that I couldn't do it on my own. I needed help. And Allie was the greatest human in all the world. She made this awesome program that lasted 15 weeks. So even after my 6 weeks was going to be up, I still had everything I needed.
So cool.
Yeah, she said she would keep in contact with me whether I decided to continue this or not. She'd be a big support system. So I definitely made the right decision in trying this place out.
Yeah, that's great. When's your marathon?
It is in February.
Okay. How's training going?
Training's going good. I still love coming here. I'm like, should I go run or should I come here? And it's always here. I would definitely choose here over anything else.
So talk about how this strength training and different kind of conditioning, how has that fit into your marathon training and how has it helped your marathon training?
Yeah. So we go pretty hard here as far as pushing yourself. Everything is scaled to match you, but lately, as I'm getting closer and closer to that time of my race, I've been trying to up the level a little bit and be okay, this is it. If I'm gassed out, I'm gassed out. So that's been really great. I've seen big improvements. It went from okay, I'll try my best at this level, but lately the coach has been nudging me, okay,
it's time.
Let's try it. And so I think that's been really helpful to kind of increase my motivation, number one, just to move every day, because I know if I take those 2 days off, what's that third day gonna look like if I come back and I shouldn't have taken those days off. Yeah.
That's great. What has been one of your biggest wins so far in being here?
Biggest win is that I belong to a community now. Awesome. Which before it was just solo training. I'd put my headphones in and go at a pretty slow pace that wasn't really matching the growth plan that I wanted to be on. I was there, I was showing up. It was more like an attendance thing, going to the gym. But here it's not like that. I'm genuinely bettering myself every single day in a way I wasn't doing before.
That's huge. Have you had any struggles along the way that you can think of?
Yeah, so the beautiful thing about working with Allie is that you get a lot of reflection time, and I think being here allows you to do that more often, because we all know what it feels like to come here and give your best, and if you're not able to take care of yourself outside of this, you can't genuinely say, okay, today I feel good walking in here. I slept, I ate, I took care of myself altogether. So that's been a struggle of okay, my recovery needs to be better now that I am pushing myself that much harder. So I've had to really take care of myself outside of the gym.
That's huge, and I think that's one of the things that I think the 6-week challenge is a really good stepping stone, is because it kind of helps you think about everything outside of here.
Yeah.
Because that's also why we come here, right?
Mhm.
Is so that we can have a rich life and do things we want to do, like running a marathon outside of the gym. That's really cool. Is there anything that you are looking forward to accomplishing aside from your marathon? Of course, that's
Yeah.
going to be a huge accomplishment. But anything that you're looking to improve or accomplish or anything like that?
Yeah, I would like to have this be my forever gym, because I think a lot of times, in life, you just want to find a place that feels really good, but I don't want to be in a place where I'm too comfortable. And I think when you come here, you're comfortable in being uncomfortable every day.
I
Like,
love
you
that.
really challenge yourself when you walk in, and it's a good challenge. It's not a bad challenge at all. So I would like to take this challenge on forever.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think even though this is my first time sitting down with you, I want to commend you on having that mindset of being okay to get uncomfortable, because we're humans. We want to live in our comfort zone, right? We want to do what makes us feel good. But pretty much most change, you have to get uncomfortable to see anything come from it. So kudos to you. That's also the type of member and client that us coaches love working with. People who are not afraid to push themselves and challenge themselves. So even though I'm not going to have you in class today, hopefully sometime I'll get to work with you. If you had a piece of advice or anything to say to yourself before stepping in here, or someone else who's in your shoes before you started, do you have anything you would tell that person?
Well, if they were going to start here, I would say that they're going to be okay. And that it looks intimidating, like when you first see all the variation in weights, from the smallest weights to the largest weights that are being lifted, and like everyone's a very strong person. But I would say that everyone is on your team. Like, they want you to win. They want you to succeed. Whatever that looks like. And they know everyone has had a first day here. That's the other thing. And they will let you know, like, hey, my first day, this is how it went. And look at me now.
Yeah.
I'm like so strong.
Gosh. I love it. And then final question, you don't have to have an answer. Is there anything else you would like to share about your time here so far at Forward Strong?
Yeah. So it's been something that has started off of like, hey, this is how many days you need to come here, to I think it's going to turn into, especially with Allie, we've talked about it a little bit, of once I get closer to that marathon time of like, hey, don't come as often.
Yeah.
Because it gets a little bit like, oh, I feel good. Like, this is something that makes you feel better. And so once I get closer to that race time, I'm going to have to scale back my coming here just a little bit.
Just hold back a little bit.
So that I can start putting in that mileage, especially once I start getting into the 15, 16 miles of running. But yeah, so I'm not looking forward to that. I want to keep coming here as often as possible, but I know to take care of my body and kind of be balanced. It's going to happen.
And we'll be here after.
Yeah.
We'll totally be here after.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it. Well, Hilary has to get to class.
Yeah.
She's going to go work hard now. But it was such a pleasure to sit down with you and finally get to hear a little bit about you, share your story. So I appreciate it. Keep kicking butt.
Thank you.
And have a good workout.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Excited.